There is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Well, Bojan Kurkic set a number of goal-scoring records in his youth, and you can still see it. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
De Bruyne is in a really good position out wide. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Tomori. Retegi. Valde. Oh, that's fabulous. Turns and goes back. And here's Osimhen. There's the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. O'Reilly. Now Schlotterbeck. Bojan. And it's Gravenberch. Olise. Schlotterbeck. Played into space. Can he get onto this? It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Flamengo are looking to break at pace. Brilliantly cut out. Flamengo leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. He's on it, can he get away? Balde. Can he get on the end of this? And he's intervened well there. Tries to play it through. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Flamengo are looking to go forward now. Osimhen.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he cuts out the supply. Schlotterbeck. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Good play on the left-hand side here. And he's forced to go back. And Alexander-Arnold. Gravenberch. Mateus can see things, others simply can't. Mateus with the foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Manchester United are down to 10 men. Osimhen. And it's Balde. And he's got his cross in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. He's tried one! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
O'Reilly. Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's hit it long, but astray. Jimenez. Kutuju. That's a cute ball. Oh, played through for the wide man. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's being shifted off it. Just about within shooting range. Saliba.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That has not gone well. Neymar. Can he get it through? Retegi providing an outlet on that flank. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Christensen. A probing pass. That's a risk. That could spell... And he shoots! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Has a look and plays it forward. Now he's off and running. De Bruyne. And it's Gravenberch. And it's Bojan, played out wide. He's got away, in towards the back stick. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Flamengo go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 45.
Here we go again. Flamengo carrying a one-goal lead. Flamengo come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. It's a pretty loose pass. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Nice-looking ball. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nicely shaped ball. Safonov gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Threads one in. Nicely worked. Cleared away. He's gone for goal. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Gravenberg. Joelinton. The message is clear, none shall pass. Now he's got space here. Schlotterbeck spots it and intercepts.
Flamengo couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Oh no, what has happened here? Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Looking for a runner. That's been cut out, well played. And it's De Bruyne. Vinicius Junior. Ricci. That pass isn't the best. And the pass is intercepted. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
In it comes. Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter.
Vinicius Junior!
Para a entrada de camisa 20, camisa 18, camisa 15, camisa 10. Substituição em andamento.
Schlotterbeck. Now Saliba. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Hazard in acres of space out wide. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. In once Lewandowski! In he goes again! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it...
And he's let fly! Francisco Conceição. Searching pass he's played there. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Joelinton. He's in plenty of space here. Big header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Teremos uma substituição.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Rafinha receives it in a wide position. Ambitious ball here. He's being urged to shoot.
Vinicius Junior
Gets a foot in here. Tries to pass it through. Delivers a header! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in.
And a chance! Keeper's got his work done.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Substituição.
It's their second corner of the game. Pass somewhat off target. Tries from a long way out. Great chance! And how did he not make it 4?
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake. A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Bullish header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Rafinha. Oh, that's a key interception. Linton. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, a delicate chip through.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Crossed into the middle. Looking for options for movement. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Tomori. Safonov sends that a long way. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Flamengo can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Vinicius Junior voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Kutucu get Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Christensen gets across to intercept that. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Perez. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And here's Perez. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
There's a name in this lineup, Peter, that's synonymous with being dependable.
The man they call safe hands.
Yep, David Seaman, one of the outstanding keepers of his time and a commander of tight defence because of the understanding he develops with those in front.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, what has happened here? And this is shot a goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Koundé. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Koundé.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space. Oh, that's ambitious. And that is a routine catch.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Osimhen wins the duel this time. Scholes. And this is Van Basten. Koundé concedes a free kick for that. No, not quite.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Looking for the run. Tries to pass it through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Griezmann has been caught there, it's a foul. The most accurate pass. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Jimenez. Stood up well to him there. Perez. Half an hour played now. Perez. It's Perez! He's done very well to get to that.
Perez is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. He's got tall. Oh, it's come off the upright. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a pretty loose pass. Perez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that pass isn't the best. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. That is ended up in no man's land. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. No luck with that dink over the top. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Back into the middle. Oh, it's a nice idea, but and he's had a hit! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. It's a sharp little ball here. And that has been clubbed away. Koundé. Nice looking ball.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And that should get the job done. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Little doubt, that is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Hazard.
That's good play from him.
And there is the half-time whistle. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So off we go once more.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. And this is Van Basten. And reclaimed it in a trice. Sticks it away! Offside.
is the light very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing.
Cambio di giocatori.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. And it's Azar. Scholes. Yamal.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And he's worked it through. He's got away. He's having a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Rafinha certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Scholes. That's a little off target. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Threads one in. It's a promising position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a good foot in there.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Applies the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's there to get it away.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Now it's Retegi. No way through, so back it comes. He's tried one! It's hit the upright. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Howson. Well timed, excellent interception. Ambitious ball here. That has been cut short. That's a cute ball. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Rafinha has it in. Up he goes! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Retegi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Finds him. Lewandowski! And he hits the net! And late in the day, a telling moment!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
So the first moment of real significance.
While it's great commitment on show here, they'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
And that's aimed into the middle.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is Hazard. Oh, that's fabulous. Flamengo leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. He's shifting through the gears. He rises! It's bounced back off the post.
Flamengo are desperately trying to regain the momentum, and they've certainly...
And he's let fly. There could be trouble here. Can he finish? That has not worked out as planned.
Retegi really would relish another crack at that same challenge, I suspect.
He's through here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Looking to go deep. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Now he's off and running. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Retegi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Flamengo may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit, and they claim the win.
Well, Peter, it's a remarkable result, a real show of character in the circumstances when most would have been happy to maybe drop their heads. They grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck and found a winner, despite their disadvantages. Superb.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy.
Against
This certainly
Flamengo.
matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, the man of the moment in every sense of those words is Marcus Rashford. Model player and model humanitarian. His development really has been incredible on all fronts, and he's so much more than the speed merchant we saw on that remarkable debut.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. It's a searching pass. That's been cut out, well played. Lewandowski! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Lewandowski clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Terrific header! Goal! Flamengo! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. Spread it left. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's big header! No mistake! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Oh, they can break here. He's in plenty of space here. He has found a way through. Corner. And we have our very first corner. Olise with the short one. Lovely feet. That is a brilliant interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Is there any support? He might not need it. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Tries to pass it through. He's got away. He's having a go. Oh, in he goes again. And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking. Retegi proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rashford. And it's Rijkaard. Yamal. Flamengo do have a chance to counter here. That is a great pick out. Can he finish? Well, oh, what has happened here?
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in the...
And he shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And now they can spring out of defence. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That is ended up in no man's land. Now that looks a decent ball. Caceres, who's set up one goal so far. He won't be happy with that one. Chouameni. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Pass somewhat off target. Yamal. Kututsu. This looks promising. He's found a way through. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Rashford. Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. Referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Substitution.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Caceres. Olise. Climbs up big! Goal! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
There will be 3 minutes.
No way through,
added
so
time.
back it comes. Retegi.
Vinicius Junior.
Neatly clipped into space. He's through now, is it? There's the shot! Really well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So all square, and not for the first time.
This is exact.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Flamengo are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Substitution in progress.
So once again, we're underway. Looking for options for movement. Tchouaméni is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Tchouaméni gets the foot in and wins the ball. Osimhen elects to cross. Tchouaméni, that's a good ball out wide. Good chance here! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 2 then. And that is expertly dealt with. He's had a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Flamengo! And the comeback is complete! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Number 17.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Balde. Tomori. Flamengo will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. No, he's not getting his way this time. Nicely shaped ball, and he welcomes it in. Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Van Dijk. He shifted it to the flank.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Now it's Darwin. Flamengo can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief.
Oh, that's ambitious. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. Backward it goes. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That has been cut short. He's looking wide. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting, and he's let fly. Just off target.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Substitution in progress.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Tries to play it through. Hit into the middle. Tries to get it clear. Darwin. Van Bouten gets over and intercepts. Looking for the run. He can run onto that. That's a shade optimistic. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Threads one in. Hazard looking to run onto it.
Oh, great feat, that.
Hazard with the delivery. Raya claims it. Safe hands.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Substitution for Russia. Number 9, Olise. Number 20, Rashford. Coming on the field, number 18, Messi. Number 7,
This is Messi.
That's good play from him.
Junior.
Darwin. Oh, important interception. And it's Chouameni. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Beckenbauer. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Oh, that's a key interception.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Very much into the last knockings. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Played out to the left flank.
3 minutes at a time.
Van Bouten calmly anticipates. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Ricci does really well to win the ball there. And the counter is on. Probing pass. Good ball over the top. Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets it. And that will be the final act. Flamengo have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Flamengo may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit and they claim the win.
Well, that's what spirit and togetherness is all about, Peter. I thought they showed terrific desire and focus and fitness in refusing to settle for a draw. A time to hold heads high.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.